Hi, it's great to have you here and watching my video on hesitation. Now, this is part of a four-part series which focuses on the four H's. That's hesitation, hiding, being hypercritical, and having a sense of helplessness or behaving in a helpless way. Now, these are behaviors that are really, really common when we lack confidence in ourselves, and these are merely behaviours that we are putting in the way to stop us from addressing the real issue. And it's almost a defence mechanism, a self-protection, if you like. Now, the thing about hesitation is it's based on uncertainty. We hesitate because we're not sure. And if we are lacking confidence, we absolutely crave that certainty. And it's really difficult because life isn't certain. And when we want to make change, for example, we want something to be different, often we hold ourselves back because we cannot get that cast iron guarantee of exactly what is going to happen. What is an outcome going to be? And so some of the things that we might start to do is we may find ourselves just waiting. We're waiting for that perfect moment where we're waiting for the right time. We're waiting for something to happen that we can then say, yes, I'll change when that happens. And so we just wait and we do nothing. We can also find ourselves overthinking. Overthinking is absolutely classic, where we create scenarios in our minds and then we create barriers as to why we might not make the change that we want to make. We might also be looking for perfectionism. Everything has to be right, everything has to be aligned, everything has to be just so before we're going to be prepared to make that change. And it's another excuse that we come up with that keeps us back, keeps us small, keeps us exactly where we are. And what do? We make ourselves really busy. We make ourselves busy and distracted and find reasons why not. I can't make that change right now because I'm simply too busy. I'm too busy, waiting for things to be perfect, or I'm too busy waiting for my overthinking to stop. I'm just getting in my own way. And so one of the things to start to be curious about is what your hesitation looks like. And sometimes it can feel very, very difficult to have that honesty, to have that self-reflection, but noticing what we do is the key to understanding why we do it, is the key to understanding what is really, really going on for us in any given moment where we know we want to make a change, but we just simply don't do it. And what I would encourage you to do is to think about how you behave when you know that you are hesitating. What specific behaviours are you doing? So you may find that you distract yourself with things, for example. You may find that you suddenly come up with reasons why now is not the right moment. You may tell yourselves certain things. What are you telling yourself? So specifically, what behaviours are you doing? Notice those. What are you telling yourself? What are you doing to avoid acting, taking action? I mean, it's absolute classically procrastinating, not deciding, not choosing, and perhaps looking at external reasons why you can't make the change. You will have your own particular things that you do. So sit down, reflect. I want to make this change. This is what is actually really happening. This is how I am really behaving. This is the language that I am using to myself to dissuade myself effectively. This is what you want to try to tease out. And then if you notice that you're overthinking, what are you actually overthinking about? What specifically is it? What are you creating in your own mind that then gets in the way of you making this change? Really think about that. What are you overthinking about? And perfectionism. I spoke earlier about wanting things to be perfect. So you're waiting for something to be perfect. And so the question is, what specific thing are you waiting to be perfect? What are you waiting for that needs to be perfect? It might be that you are waiting for a specific amount of time to materialize, a specific amount of money, a specific type of role to become available. It could be anything. It's just the thing that's stopping you when you want all of those ducks in a row. What are those ducks? What specifically do you need to be perfect? And then it's about when you see that, when you understand what all of these elements are for you, the invitation with all of this self-knowledge is to try to take some steps to move you forward. Those steps are better being small steps, because overwhelming yourself with a big change all at once might not be the most helpful thing for you. So the question to ask yourself is, what small thing can I do for myself today that's going to get me to that end goal, whatever that thing is? And each day ask yourself the same question. What can I do today? What is the most important thing for me today? Now, let me give you a couple of examples from real life client scenarios. So I have a client I'm working with, and she is wanting a role. In fact, she is going to be taking a role as an MD. And she's very concerned about being the best MD that she can be, and she's overthinking it and worrying about it. So the work that we are doing is thinking about, from her perspective, what does a great MD look like? What is that persona? What skills does this person have? And then identifying what small steps can be taken by her over the coming months as she moves forward to taking on this role that will equip her to be the best version that she can be. And that might be doing some technical training. It might be networking with some specific people. It might be talking to a particular supplier. It could be anything. It's whatever she needs to work on in small steps to get her to her end goal of being this person, this leader that she is aspiring to, without initially setting out to say, I'm going to be, the next Steve Jobs or whoever it is that she aspires to being. So the key here then is to notice the hesitation, to identify how that's showing up for you. What specifically are you doing? What are you overthinking about? What needs to be perfect for you in order for you to move forward? Explore all of those things, get them down on paper, or record them into your phone or however works for you, but just start to get really curious and get a clear idea whether you are a person who is not taking action because you're hesitating. You might be hypercritical, you might be hiding, and you might be helpless. You might not be a hesitator, but generally speaking, these things feed into each other. So just get curious, be kind to yourself, treat yourself with compassion and curiosity, and no judgment. There is no place for judgment here. However you're feeling, it's simply feelings, and that doesn't make you a bad person at all if that is how you're judging yourself. I hope this little video has been helpful. If you'd like to know any more, then please do message me at debbie@sunbeamconsultants.co.uk. Thank you.